Islam mentioned advanced the present Buddha, having found the most precious the realization, the realized the emptiness only, emptiness only, meaning of subtle dependent arising. So the dependent arising, the meaning of emptiness only. So they praise to Buddha, and because by revealing that, then liberated numberless sentient beings already from samsara, and then now also will be future. So until one realizes unmistaken the subtle dependent arising, you can no way to realize emptiness. And only the Prasangika's view, right view, so until you realize Prasangika's view, right view, the emptiness only subtle depend arising, then there's no way with the four schools, Babashka school, the Sandra school, the Mandarin school, middle school, then Rangjiva. Just by realizing that, without realizing a person gave you right view, no way at all. There's no way to cut, to be able to eliminate the root of samsara, your root of samsara. No way, impossible. Impossible to know the others' views, even the right view according to the school, but going to that school, cannot eliminate totally the ignorance, root of your samsara, holding the eye truly, so that cannot. So there's no way to be free from samsara. There's no way to escape. Free from some oceans of suffering of six realms. No way. No way. No way. How much you learn science, no matter how much you learn all the Western techniques and all the different things, psychology, so 100,000 things. How much you learn? No way to eliminate the root of samsara, the ignorance, your root of samsara. You have to be free from your samsara. So you have to be free from root ignorance, which is your mind, not somebody else's mind. Not that. Not somebody who is very stanch looking, having many horns, making many tails, and not like that. Something looking very strange, many eyes, looking. You are ignorant somewhere outside. Not like that. So in the Solo Kumbu, I don't know, it must be a Tibetan thing. When I think maybe the Gilbert that system, but Solo Kumbu was a Tabji Trishi Rinpoche, and Maybe Rinpoche Sangye, his root guru, Mount Everest, behind the Mount Everest, Rinpoche Monastery, Rinpoche Sangye, there's root guru. So they introducing the eye, or maybe Mahamudra or some introducing the eye or something. Then each Lama sent each person different directions on the mountain or to look for the eye. To look for the eye, you send from different mountains to look for the eye. So then they have to report to the Lama what they found. Children, I haven't heard the explanation. Look for the eye outside, and so maybe they get scared or something strong effect comes. Then there's some about the eye report to the Lama, I think some effect, some emotional feeling. Maybe something, I'm not sure. So anyway, jiden guba chinye ba te tsawa marite kanshi towe te towa tenjin dewa junga sung. Oda di mre chedan. So all the suffering of the suffering of samsara. How much there is? The root of that is ignorance. There are different ignorance, but very root, not knowing the I. Then in according to Sarah Church, then also aggregates, ignorance and the aggregate, the base of the I. So the ignorance, not knowing the ultimate nature of the I. Sorry. What is I? So not knowing that. So while, as I mentioned, read the Chom, there says in the quotation, there's no I, there's no my, there's no child. You believe Chivanan is Semperchen. Dala Puyo Nuri, Chivanan is Semperchen. Dajan Dala, Yemen, Pudanoni Kalashi. So the Buddha said, Dhammapada, children believe, I have a son, I have a world, this and that, Chivanan is somebody, child thing like that. The child, I told you, child means that the way thing is like child. It's not talking about the body, young. No, not that. Way thing is the mind is like child. Nonsense. Then it says, Dajandala, Yemen, Buddha, even the I, even you don't have the I. Even your I, there's no that real I. What you've always been believing day and night, from beginning to rebirth. Not only from this morning, from rebirth. You see? even that, if you look for, you can't find. If you check, you can't find. What you discover is non-existence of that. You check. So, how is it possible? There's no that real I, but then you have sun, you have world. How is it possible? How is that possible? There's no real you. How can be the real sun and real world? No way. So, Dani yaba mayina, dagi yaba khalaju. Dani da if there's no I, the real how they can be mind, real mind. You see, dagi yaba mind. This is mind. You know, my body, my mind. How can they be real mind if there's no I? Dagi yaba mayin, dani yaba khalaju. Dani yaba mayin, dagi yaba khalaju. 다단 단이 냠세는 녀알마 가주지 대세변은 제와세 녀알마 다단 냠세는. So the concept of the real I, real mind, when there ceases, then you see 녀알마, they with the create karma and delusion, with the delusion karma taking rebirth. All that doesn't happen. All that doesn't happen. 녀알마 가주 대세변은 제와세. So when 대세변은 제와세. So the delusion karma says on the including that ignorance. So, that there's no rebirth, there's no death and rebirth. Then that you don't have death and rebirth, as well as sickness, old age, or that thing. You don't have. So forth, all the sufferings. So that's yeah. Just to help with meditation, maybe besides what we meditated, that then this can be also useful for checking for meditation. So uses. The ideas, you see, techniques, what I introduce, we're supposed to bring that mindfulness in daily life. You know, it's not just only meditation. Only when you meditate on Krishna, only that, maybe even, only when I spend here, but no other times. I mean, yeah, not like that. Only meditation, only meditation, then the rest of life, when you're busy, then kind of you are far away from that subject, from that meditation, from that awareness, far away, and no connection for your mind, like that, not like this. So. Ideas are supposed to be we're living our life in that mindfulness. That becomes a real refuge into your life. Then get caught in many problems in the life. One day, many problems in the life. You get caught this, so many problems in the life. Coming from the adult thought and then from ignorance, root, attachment, then disease, many problems. You get caught, this problem. Then so many people become negative. You call something, this person is bad, only I'm good. only I'm the best. Even you're worst in the world, but you think I'm the best. You never see your mistake. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry to room for the public. So it comes there also. And they just Lama is teaching delusion gata, handed lojong, the first one, Lama is teaching, I'm so the lung. Do you find the English? No. Huh? I left the message. Adisha. English? Yes. Well, if it's a correct one, then I can read English, would understand. But if it's not correct one, I can't do Lung. I do it in Tibetan, it's faster, even though you don't understand. Correct. But English is correct. Lung. Yeah. Yeah, maybe mention this first, yeah. Oh, yeah. So, another one, sorry. So the example I give that we meditate on the example, but the way to understand the I, so apply on the I. So because many students have heard already. So, but it's a useful one. Because the way you maintain that, then you relate to the I. And then you relate to the I, then the Kasuri that. This is also gives awareness that to discover how everything came from the mind. Oh, very important. But the basic Buddhism, the philosophy, that by knowing that, you see, you think it's just kind of interesting thing and just live there. No. This deals with the incredible basic answer, deals in daily life, in your daily life, if you practice awareness of that. There's something we should do course, weekend or weeks or 15 days or month or in years or everything generally in the lifetime, practice awareness in daily life. So I mentioned this first. Yeah. So the teacher or school teacher or parents or whatever who draw the blackboard, you see, like this letter M, like this, I see M, who draw the line like this on the blackboard. First. But as you are a learner of the alphabet, you are learning, so you don't know that it's M. So teacher, whoever teaches you alphabet, wrote on the blackboard like this, you see. So you don't see that this is M, because you are not taught. You're not taught, you see. So you don't know this is M. You don't know this is M. You don't see that this is M. No. So you should just see line. You don't see this is M. Make sure that's clear. So when you're children. And then, you see, that's very hard to clear that when you're a child. So then somebody introduce you, this is M. So then you see, then your mind follows to that person. It's all through the mind. You understand? It's all through the mind. So you follow to that person. You believe. You follow to that person. And then your mind, you see, your mind make up the name. Your mind make up the name M by following that person. You want to make up the name M. And believe in that. Relating to that line, relating to that. Not just anything M, not point out the kaka and M, not like that. Sorry. So your mind is merely labeled. Your mind make up the label M, relating to that. merely imputed the M by your mind. Relating to that line, then your mind merely imputed. By believing the other person who taught you, and your mind merely imputed M. Make clear. That's all. Yeah, we're mentally within that. Okay. So you see, what is M is the most unbelievable subtle. It's not something kind of what you see before. I mean, that's there. Normally, what you see, I mean, just relating myself is real. No, nothing to that. Not at all. Not at all. Such even atom it doesn't have real M. There's not such even atom of that. What we normally, what appear to our hallucination mind, what we believe, there's no slightest of that, even atom. This discovery is so important. So important, that discovery. To see your life, what is the truth, what is the false in your life, you see? External self. Yes, it exists. Why? Because the base exists. Relating to that, you call your mind merely input M. Yes, because base exists, so that's why it exists. aggregates exist, that's why I exist. But what it is extremely, 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 extremely subtle. It's never what appear to you, what you believe. Normally what you believe, never, ever, even the atom dot doesn't have. Then you see, then next thing, first, second, labeled. Your mind immediately imputed, yes. So next second, it has to appear. What you have labeled, what your mind labeled, it has to appear back to you. So you see, for Buddha, it can appear back. It exists in the mere name. So Buddha totally ceased the dualistic mind, the imprint, the subtle imprint, negative imprint, projecting the hallucination, true existence. True existence. Decorating true existence, the real aim, on the mere level, the aim. So appearing real aim, decorating the real aim on the mere level aim. So Buddha doesn't have that, because the negative imprint, subtle negative imprint, which projects, which decorates that, totally, completely ceased by remedy, the actualizing part, completing the path to omniscience. Yeah. With the direct perception of emptiness, or the directly sees that subtle negative imprint, so which project, decorate the real, the true existence. Oh, so sang, sangye meaning sang. So ye, completion of realization. So, but it do not have. It doesn't appear. The M doesn't appear back. Real M only appear mere-labeled M. So that. Otherwise, until we achieve enlightenment, except when you are earlier being equal to meditation, otherwise it appears by real aim. Even though you realize that it has no atom of truly existent aim, you realize and see, do not have. And, so what appears to be is the false. It's like, as I gave example, the mirage, there's no water, but you have appearance of water by looking on that afterwards. There's no one single water there. So like that. Look like recognize the dream is dream, or like that. When you recognize the dream is dream, you know it's not true. You know it's not true. So that's a very, very interesting subject. Once you know the dream is not dream, dream is not dream is a dream. When you see that, so then you know that's not truth. It's not false. What you see in the dream. Okay. So you see, when the magician person transform whole city with the mantra or the certain substances, however, then you see there are people who believe it is real. And the magician person, it may appear to the magician person or some audience who knows it is illusion. Just magician person message. So even the magician person is may possible, magician person maybe appears, or some audience. They know it's not true. Magician person transformed. They created with the mantras or material substances, power of that. So there's one can see the hallucination, recognizes hallucination, don't believe. Then there are other people who believe it's real, not hallucination, but it's true. Then there's other people whose audience or the other people or whose senses not hallucinated by the magician person. So there are three views. So there are people who really believe, then there are people who know it's a hallucination, who recognize the hallucination as hallucination, you see, not true. Then there's people whose mind is not illusioned, unable to be illusioned by the magician person, or that. So similar as we have, because in regards having appearance, truly existence. So the same hallucination. So then we believe we are the people just like me, totally believe it's true. The truly existence, the real. It's I, action, object, samsara, hell, enlargement, samsara, nirvana, happiness, problem, everything. You see, relationship problems, all the problems we call it problem. Or the real problem, okay? Real problem. So many real problems our mind make up. You understand? So we believe, you see. Then there are people who know, who realize the emptiness, who has realized the emptiness, who has a direct perception of emptiness, has appearance, all this appearance, but for them it's like seeing the dream is a dream, like mirage. So like that. Oh, like this, you see? They don't believe. But they say directly they're empty. So, then Buddha doesn't have true existence, that do not have hallucination, the Buddha. So, because what negative imprint which projects that totally ceased. So do not have that. So the three, you see, we believe everything true, everything real, we believe appear real, you believe real, because of the negative imprint from electoral ignorance. Okay, so that's this. So that's hallucination. So next second, first second, middle, next second, and then it appears back to you. So the Kachori, so like the end, the whole eye, action, object, the whole thing, what we call from morning until night, blah, 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 this, we talk from morning until night, from birth time until death, from beginningless rebirth up to now. So blah, 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 you know, all this, you see, no. See, everything what you see, form what you see, the sound what you hear, smell what you sound, smell, taste, tangible object, all these things that you are through your senses. So all these six senses object, all this what you see, or what you hear, what you smell, everything, what's labeled by your mind? What is labeled by your mind? Camber your mind. You understand? Camber your mind. Your mind is labeling. Camber your mind. So there's no way to appear that to you without your mind labeling. Without your mind mere labeling, there's no labeling or mere labeling, there's no way to appear to you. There's no way table to appear you without your mind labeling table. No, impossible. That's scientific. You know? That's scientific. So everything like that. So ugly, beautiful, what we see in daily life, ugly, somebody very ugly, somebody very beautiful, it's what comes from your mind. Your mind is labeling, me labeling, whatever, they can. There's nothing there that didn't come from your mind. First you have to understand that. That's the first thing. So the Kasvare, so therefore, that's a basic thing. So Gautama Geshe Chakava said, Kasvare, I forgot to say. Le lentan de tigre da, con la garden chawa gom. That you have to remember all the time that. Write down your diary book. In your diary book. Okay. Write down. Remember every day that. They learn Buddhist philosophy. You see, you learn the intellectually Buddhist philosophy, but then there is no practice. You see, in the daily life you don't practice. Then you face many difficulties. Then you get into problem. Everything is true existent, real. And then you get involved. So many problems. At that time you don't practice. See, practice is no. The Buddhist philosophy is only to talk. idea to show you good, you know, kind of, you see, expert, you know. So but practice daily life, take care of yourself from negative karma, from samsara, you know, to protect you. Oh, you don't practice. This endless samsara protect you from that, endless samsara suffering. Don't think like that, you see. It's only to talk and to show good, to show you expert. So they begin to advertise, only to advertise. And advertise yourself in the world. Anyway, so, so you see, by knowing this philosophy, everything comes from your mind, created by your mind. Then apply the lelentam, the da. Put all the blames. There's something undesirable, some undesirable thing. You see, whatever, something small, big, whatever happens, immediately. If you delay, then you point out outside other people, animals, insects, animals, mosquitoes, other people, your family, your wife, husband, children, parents, and then, no people, you blame outside. Without delay, so point to your self-chasing thought. Put all the blame to one, that is self-chasing thought. All the problem, including black magic, everything came from self-chasing thoughts. Everything you see. So I should to make short now. All that is so important. Write down in a notebook, to remember every day. Every relationship problem was biggest one. You suffer, then you depress, your life goes in that, didn't die, you see? So like that, even you heard the Lojong practice, all that, but see that. But I can't know how to say, never used for practice. This is used for practice. But it's very strange. Because it's very strange. Very strange. Yeah, it's very important. What about others? They meditate on kindness. I told you already. All our three-time happiness, past, present, future, including everything came from every helping, every hungry, every animal, every human being, the numberless universe. Every human being, I mentioned every single ants and the insects and everything. All the three-time happiness, including enlightenment, you see, come from sentient beings, from every insect. The insects, the ants, the crawling, all that, no matter how tiny it is. So the most kindness. They are the most kind, most precious, most dear, your most dear, wish fulfilling. So after enlightenment, you're also that. Everyone. Not only the person who loves you, not only the people who are attached to you. So that must start on that. So important. if you don't practice, then it's then it's sorry. It's only for speaking, then it doesn't has a benefit to your mind. You don't use. So important. And so that, see, okay, that's the kind of basic thing. Daily life practice. The random, the chica da, con la karin chao gom, all that. Oh, that includes so many things. All that you see, answer to all your problems. Answer to all your problems there. Oh, sensual answer. That's very deep. If you think by thinking this way, gives you enlargement. If you put all the blame on your experience, undesirable things, you put the blame outside. It only creates more nirgama, endless samsara. But put the blame on yourself, cherish thought, mental honor, kindness, others. Then from them you achieve enlightenment. All the realizations. Buddhist apart. All the numberless call it Buddha's holy body, holy spirit, holy mind, you achieve. You get from them. You understand? Oh. And that. Big difference. Huge. What we have been doing is endless samsara, endless suffering of the law realm. What it causes. Put the blames for the sentient being, then then you take the victory to yourself, all lose on others. Like that, you see. So anyway, so now you see, when the M appears back to you, you see, not merely labeled by your mind. You are supposed to appear to you that, you see, merely labeled by your mind, because just now, first second, your mind merely imputed that. So it is supposed correctly should appear back merely imputed by your mind, in man. That's correct. But when it appeared not only not merely labeled by my mind, something exists from its own side, like Rangjuba's view. Is it? Not only that, never came from your mind, nothing to your mind, truly exists from that side, the Gakcha of the Rangjuba Gakcha. You see, you have that. So you see, that. Then it, as I said before, it has everything in your perception. There is some mind on school view, the Gakcha or the wrong view. Then Sudandra wrong view, Babashika, Chirameva, or the wrong views there. Self-sufficiency and so as I mentioned before, the permanent and existing alone, existing with his own free ranking, so everything there in the perception. It's the M, you see, when it appears. In the perception, there's all that. So the wrong views, you see, gross, all that. So anyway, And you see, now, please understand. Now, you see, I'm there. You see, your mind is merely imputed. First, you see, that's why I said to meditate. Your mind make up the label M, merely imputed M. That's all, nothing else. Yes, relating to that, yes. You see, huge. Now next, I'm there. You see, not merely labeled by mind, and not labeled by mind. Truly exist. I'm there. Huh? You see? I'm there. You see? Huge difference in your perception, in your appearance, you see. There. Now similar, when we drive car, there's red light, blue light. So you see, again you see, oh, there's the blue light. Oh, there's the red light. There. It's there. See, even though it is the same as I, merely labeled by your mind, and labeled by your mind, merely labeled by your mind, it goes more subtle. But you see, ready to do that best. But you see, now, there. You see? It appears from there, from the object side, from there. You see now, gakcha. That is a very gross gakcha. Object which Rangyoba's gakcha, kind of true legend. So when you see, not just the Prasangika gakcha, labeled by your mind, but there's something exists from inside, not just on that, with gross gakcha, the perception, you see. So you see, when you drive car, you have to stop a little while. So it's very good meditation, gakcha. You understand? Your life. My life is so busy. I don't have time to meditate. This I don't have time to meditate. To look at children. So now here you can meditate. Rather, gossiping and just, there's one time to meditate on emptiness effectively. So you see, really am from there. You understand? Total wrong view. From that object, from the base, from its M, also from the base of the N. You see, as His Holiness often says, seeing it is. His Holiness says, seeing it is on the base, but not from the base. That often, yeah. However, this is how he expands. You see. So now, you see, even the Kashmiri, so like this, this line is not M. This one 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 is not M. So the real M is not real M. not there. You see? What you believe. What appears or what you believe is not there. Not this one, not this one, not this one, not this one. Not even all the four things. That's not the M. That's not M. That's the basis to be labeled M. That is the basis to be labeled M. So that is not M. You see, it is mentioned two things in the Mahamudra text. So the aggregate is the I. Then you see, the I is the possessor. Aggregate is the possession. So my aggregate, you see, possessor is I, possession aggregate. So possessor and possession become one. That's not possible. House is possession. I is possessor. So the house becomes I. You are I. That's possible. How do you say that? The same is with aggregate. Possession has to be not separate from different, but different. Not separate from, but different. Also it is mentioned in Mahamudra teaching that if that is the I, then you have to label I on the I on that I on that I on that I on. So endless label. If the aggregate is I, then you label I on that, then label on that. So the mystery rises. The number is labeling the I on the I like this, no end. That mystery rises. So that's sorry. So the kasure M is the base. M is the structure. What is the label? Dakshi, the base is the line is the base to be labeled. So those two are different. Even just from that, the two are different but not separate. Okay? So all like that, you see. Yeah, so like that whole phenomena, you see, like that. I'm using this example. You see, you have to now understand the whole phenomena, elaborate. Then you see hallucination. We see hallucination. Appearance, hallucination, everything. I, action, object, hell, enlargement, samsara, nirvana, happiness, problem, everything. That's what we need to maintain on. Awareness everyday life. Everyday life. While your life is so busy, taking care of children, or working in company, whatever you're doing, so busy, but you are so busy, but your mind, part of your mind is meditation. So very deep meditation. The mindfulness. This unbelievable. This is the way to. So this is the way to escape, way to see free from samsara. Yourself liberated from samsara, and cease this way to cease the root of samsara. Your mind ignorance. They truly kasura. I forgot the English. And the holding, believing, apprehending all the I as truly existent. World is not. World is not such thing. So that's world is totally empty of that. So like that you see, so similar with the green light, red light, or the green light, or the you can do the same meditation just like the M. I did analysis, and you can do the same thing. See, so then the perception is appearing from there, real one from there. All that total hallucination. Gotcha. So on the. So so they were the can you see? Then the with this ignorance, ignorance holding the I as a truly existent and aggregate as truly existent was not. And so they say, blocking to realize the ultimate nature of the I, aggregate, all of that, you see. That is the phenomena. So with this ignorance, then from those then other ignorance, northern Dharma, all those they can then also the anger attachment, negative karma, then karma formation, negative karma, the immovable karma, the positive karma, the virtual karma, all these rises, then then karma formation, then laying the imprint on the mental continuum. By the karma formation. So, or that, then. And then after that, then the conscience conceived on the fertilized egg, that was relating to the art to us, the womb rebirth, womb. So then, the fertilized egg, conceived fertilized egg. So then, so the physical part is called form. The mental part is called name in the dependent related limb. Then they are dreaming. So then after that, name, 16th basis comes gradually. Then after that, contact. Then the senses and the object, you see, contact. Then feeling, after contact, feeling. Then gradually, then related to this human beings, this life human beings troubling, and then with ignorance and karmic information, then left see imprint by the action on the mental continuum. That what happened in the past. Then you see, then craving, grasping, craving, the human rebirth and the related to this, then stronger attachment, even stronger than what generally before, grasping. See, in the shop, when we buy things, first of all, not relating me, for example, then grasping, then there's a stronger, when you decide to buy, then grasping. Before start with craving, then we started to buy, really decided, and grasping. So, relating to myself, like that, you see. Anyway, so that, then the birth, and then old age and death, though comes through together, all counted together, old age and death. All that troubled little. So, Nyamasuma Lenyi so she didn't teach doing. So Nyamasuma three delusions, Lenyi source, the Kature, coming formation, and I left out one, craving, becoming. After craving, grasping, sipa. So after craving, grasping, then becoming, I left out that one. So Nyamasuma Lenyi so coming formation and becoming, that already happened. Nyamasuma Lenyi so. She didn't. That's the name and form, system basis, and the contact feeling that happened already. So the birth happened. So the old age and death. We are there is normal people, all the wrinkles and the white hairs. I have full of white hair, and wrinkles and the hanging skins, and so then that's why in America people go back to what shop, makeup shop, to stretch out their skins. But even the face is made in the hand shop, what was shop? So, yeah, but it didn't look good. Didn't look good. In the evenings matter, but it didn't look good. So anyway, so like that, like Michael Jackson went so many times. Each time he wanted maybe different shape. So anyway, Yeah. So also language is becoming so. The imprint was left on the mental condition by creation, casting, then become ready to give birth to the next life. You see. So becoming so. Also language is that it's already happened. She didn't thought, and now what we are old age in every day, old age, experience old age, going through old age, every hour, every minute, and every second we're going through. Even it doesn't last even second, it's going through. So those subtle ones, until we realize the subtle impermanence, otherwise. You don't see it, you don't discover. So, because like that. So, as I mentioned, the flowers we see very beautiful, but then you see in the morning beautiful, then afternoon become old. And in the evening become old. Then next day maybe petals drop and then drop out. By cosmic conditions it drops. Anyway, so that's big. We see only big change. Because we become old, we see only the very gross change. But that gross change doesn't happen suddenly. It changes hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. So while we're looking at it, continuously changing. So it's a very subtle. So all like that. So it seems ourselves. So like that. So that, you see. So when you think that, there's nothing to be attached to that. Flower, or example of flower, or beautiful body, or some nothing. There's nothing to be attached to. So if you think that nature, you see. And yeah, so then that. So many of our parents, father, mother, or all our husbands and the wives and children, the families, many died, many already gone. Experience dead already. Experience dead already. Already, some many years ago. So like that. So now, what we didn't experience yet is death. What's that? Then that is the kasuri. How you circulate. Circulate kasuri. Circle. The kasuri. Some samsara, so the truth of different little limb. That timore. Cheta tekatore. So you see, holding the eye, while it's not, and then truly existent. Or while it's not, and then existing in name, but holding the real eye, So, you see, so we start traveling. You see, we create samsara, traveling every day, every hour, every minute, every second. So, even we are, it's like this. Even we finish being in this prison, even we finish the time in that. But then when you go out of this, there's another prison. even your time to be there finished, but then when you go out of this, another person. Oh, like that, numberless. So like this, we're in the samsara prison. We create samsara like this. Like this with the dimwithin zemariba. What is? Oh, then we create samsara. So I mean, each day. So I mean, the hour, minute, second, numberless samsara we create. Oh, so like that. So therefore, now to study on a subject, the whole essence of Buddhism integrated into Lamdrim, lesser vehicle, great vehicle, sutra, great vehicle, tantra, all integrated Lamdrim. Then Lamdrim is in the Lamdrim. The Jiva Chung, Jiva Jing, Jiva Chimbo, the graduate part of the lower capable, middle capable, and general, graduate part of the high capable, all that integrated in three parts apart. And then the renunciation Buddhist, the right way, Gondra Lama, the web counting is the same. The Satya, the Shambhashita, parting away from the four clingings. Four clingings, separating away. Shambhashita. Then the Kasware, Gajining Mas, Lota Namsi, the Kasware, Lota Namsi, the Kasware, elaborate the attachment, the elaborate but the same. The Lama Tonga explained to say, the attachment to this life, the kind of grasping this life, then the kind of this life pleasure, you see, then grasping future life pleasure, the samsara pleasure, then you see, and then change from this thought. First this thought, then second attachment to future life samsara. So, and then change from the self-changing thought. They change from the ignorance, root of samsara, the ignorance truly existing. All Rotanamchi is that. So basically the same. The Satya, delusion, Chapamin. If one clings this life, then not religious person. Delusion, Chapamin. If one clings to samsara pleasure, perfection, then they say it's not renunciation. Datan ada Changsamin. So Datan Lachena, so they want to cherish the self, happiness of self, all that is the Datan Lachena. Changsamin, so it's not bodhicitta. Dagdashina, Damen. Dagdashina, Damen. So even clings to the the real I, the true I. The I is the real I. True, then Damen. It's not right view. All of that. Sorry. So therefore, you see, renunciation Buddhism is the right view. What the right view? So important. Now you can see how that is so important. Even you don't have realization, but you practice mindfulness in meditation, sitting meditation, then all your life is so busy. Keep the mind in awareness. I explained many times. To keep the mind in keep your mind in awareness, mindfulness. And I'm explaining 3 meditation how to do. So looking at the empty and looking at the empty, what are you doing? I, action, object, all the empty. Or they looking at the mind, middle level by mind, and the action middle level by mind, object middle level. Everything is mindfulness, the self-dependent arising. So the awareness in that. Or the other one is looking at the hallucination as hallucination. Looking at the character as a character. Looking at the hallucination as a hallucination. So that's, I told many times. And so should not cling actually. True existence. That's so important, so important. What like that? If you want to give freedom to yourself, if you want to give freedom to yourself, if you want to be free from this, samsara, all this, not building, but this mental suffering, this kind of thing. Your mind, the samsara, which continuation has no beginning. Which continuation, if you don't realize emptiness, then directly perceive emptiness, then your samsara is no end. Again, and it becomes endless. So that. So therefore, the studying of emptiness, Tongpa Ni, the self-dependent rising, so important subjects. Here we have a qualified teacher. So they and so they start to hold their life in the monastery. So now they can teach without mistakes. They can teach without mistakes. So all those Lama Tsongkhapa, the Buddha teachings and the particular Lama Tsongkhapa the teachings, the Nagarjuna teachings, all that. So most important, even just to listen, even you don't understand, but just to listen, to put a positive imprint on the mind as much as possible, then to do that, and then easy to realize emptiness, this life and future lives. So important. Even to recite words or to read, even don't understand, to live positive imprint. From there you can get a realization, not only intellectual understanding. Yeah, so, so, it is first of long life initiation. But it become introducing, introducing suffering. Normally we don't think. Normally I don't think. But of course we don't want to be in suffering. So if you don't like suffering, then you need to maintain emptiness. Okay, so just a little bit before the okay. Now, Now you understand. Now you understand what means monk nun. Why? So why? Now you understand. I didn't go through the sufferings of the hell, suffering of the hunger of the animals, human beings. I didn't go through. You have most people have studied Lamrim and Sutra teachings. So that you go through suffering, then you can't breathe. You can't breathe. You can't breathe. You have really. If you really, if you really think well, you can breathe, you will have heart attack. You can't eat, you can't sleep, so like that. So now you see, to be free from samsara, you need a basic part, the lakpa higher training of the wisdom, okay? Higher training of wisdom, the handong, deriving the mental coherence, the mind body, deriving the rapturous ecstasy of the then by meditating on emptiness, with the realization of samatha shine. So see, on the basis of that. So now higher, because based on refuge, Buddha Sangha, relying. Now that depends on the higher training of meditation, concentration, the shine. Depend that. Now that depends on the higher training of morality. Now that depends on the higher training of morality. Morality. Oh, like that. Higher training of morality. Oh, that's you see, basic part to free yourself from samsara. They liberate yourself from samsara. That you see. So then now you see. That's live out. There's 5 precepts, and then of course there's if not 5, then 3, 4, 3. 2, even 1 can take, the 5, the Upasaka vow. So, even one can't take another vow, but still you can take refuge vow. So like that. Upasaka only refuge vow. That's that. Even with that, that's so every day is unbelievable merit you collect by making. Even just before you eat. Drink anything you offer with Dhamma Sangha, you offer anything you want, you eat, drink, that's part of the practice. So I already explained to you, collect merit, unbelievable. I already told you before that one single rice or tiny flower offering start to Buddha, security Buddha, and the stripper, number of small, number of big. So that brings you to achieve enlightenment, free from purified negative karma law realm and the higher rebirth. And then from there up to enlightenment, then you free the numberless symptoms from samsara. Not only bring everyone to enlightenment, Buddhahood, I told you already before. Every day we eat, even just eating, drinking so many times a day. So, unbelievable, most unbelievable marriage makes life so meaningful, cause happiness, success, So, the Catholic, then the protection, then you see so many things, even just with the refuge, So anyway, then there's the 8 precepts, even Hinayana, because less big about 8 precepts, and the lay people can take, and then, then there's 10 abandonment, Gitul, Panchachu, the Gitul, then male family, then the poor female, that's Geloma, then there's a Geloma Bhikshuni, I don't know that. Bhikshuni, 363 or something like that, vows, and so the well, his Holiness said publicly to make available the vow. Then his Holiness said, Therapatins and Mayan, or everybody meet, Sanghas meet together, they have to decide. You see, that didn't happen. So, and from FMG few nuns, they took Gelong Baba from Master, Taiwanese Master, huge holy body, and then Master Sinhun? Sinhun is correct? Huh? Sinhun. Sinhun, yeah. And then, first he ordained Buddha. Chambachuji went, his one is nun. She went, I don't know who else, maybe somebody else, but went without nun, without Geloma, ordained. So then Geshe and I think Shat Geshe through Jetson, he passed away, told him, I think they need Geloma also to urgent together with the Geloma and Geloma. So need together. So then he organized again next year. Chambachuji went again. Not Chambachuji, but a few others went again. This is their choice, and I went again to check the Geloma Bao. So that's like that, and Kature, like that. So that. So it wasn't sound. It was not public. But it's when I said this. Then if the sanghas decide altogether, then because in Tibet, I think every time it happened, then I'm able to keep the lineage or something. I heard. So in there, so like that. But of course, we should rejoice. It's a good opportunity for you to rejoice. They're taking higher power. But I think from their side, I think it's very important, think of the vow, not think of the number of the precepts, not, if I get this Geloma vow, then I can sit higher, or then people will appreciate to me. I'm Geloma, this kind of thing, ego trip. Becomes ego trip, then, not thinking the vows, not keep the vows, not thinking that, I will be appreciated by people, and I can sit higher, or this ego trip. Then I think it's very difficult. Then, we have our nun, I think to them, so she was abbot. She was an abbess. Her teacher, abbot, who started 1,000 Buddha temple in San Francisco, I think somewhere there. He passed away, so get the position to her to be the abbess to run the temple. So then after we went up, I was living in the Aptos, and then we start, give teachings and things. So she met us, and then she became Tibetan. Robe change and want to follow Tibetan mind Buddhism, which also came from India, from Buddha. Then went Tibetan, they called Tibetan mind Buddhism. Beginning, because you can't travel alone without some helper, nun with you. You can't go alone. So in our house, nuns are there. Maybe that's a part of the remainder Lhagma. If you go without helper with you, then go out, can go. So the part about, I think, second vow takes. Then, because could not find nuns to go with her for shopping, for things. Maybe our house, our nuns, our house, I don't understand much, I'm not sure. So she took out, then she go to for shopping, other things, then she take our dog. Omani Pema. Her name is Omani Pema. So she take the dog with her for shopping and other things. That's supposed to be the assistant. Anyway, so she tried. She tried. She actually think precepts, and trying for a long time. I think it's very good. So anyway, so I'm not very sure. You're thinking about the position, the people appreciate this, or you're really thinking of the precepts. That's the 363, so many precepts. I don't know, so that's very interesting. And then, of course, there's the Bodhisattva power, there's Bodhisattva, there's Tangdri power. So you're not happy with that, and then you're happy with the Keloma power. Anyway, this is what his owner said. Okay, now keep short. So you see, morality is like Timni Judan Minju session to laboratory, as mentioned, Karir Lungre. Timni Judan Minju session to Susan, Susan, Sungandi, Jerem So, morality, keeping morality is like the earth. Earth is the basis for all the beings, besides not people, all animals, all the beings, and all the enjoyments, houses, company, airport, so much the enjoyments. So it's like earth for all the realization, for all the quality, for all the happiness, the source. So therefore must protect well. There's some of verses, but I don't remember. So anyway, so the Kasara. you see, what is the five perception, what is the edge, what is the 10 abandonment, what is it? Because Jimmy Young to 250 vows. Or the by having taken, then you see benefits, merits increase day and night. All your sleeping, all your eating, all your walking, merits every day increase. So much merit increases. So, for example, if you promise to be wine seller, Changtongma, one wine seller, or butcher, or things you see. So then you create negative karma, the wrong way accepting, the harming other sentiment. So if you accept, then every day and night you create negative karma all the time, you see. Continuously you create negative karma. All like that. So in a positive way, keeping whatever number of vow, so you are keeping collecting merit while you are sleeping, and while you are eating, so much merit increase all the time. As whatever ordination you took, you see, really like that, unbelievable, all the time. Oh, like that. So, that unbelievable. Then there's on top of that, then there's a bodhisattva power. Then, then you see, in your life, in the daily life, you see that bodhisattva, then even much more merit increase all the time, day and night, all the time. So much merit increase. Then after that, on top of that, Tangdri Bhav. So unbelievable, merit increase so much. For example, after you've taken bodhisattva vow, entering vow, wishing vow, entering vow, entering vow after you've taken, then is even during the sleep, every second after you've taken bodhisattva entering vow, jugdom, then the even night time, while you sleep, every time you collect merit like sky. The bodhisattva word, but I don't remember bodhisattva words. I don't remember. Before I remember, nowadays I forgot. Every second you collect merit like sky after you took the bodhisattva vow. Unbelievable. So like the person who has taken bodhisattva vow. All like that. That's what it like this. Yeah, then the monks, nuns, then must learn their vows, must learn the number of the vows. It's very important to learn that, and because then otherwise if you don't learn, you don't know how to keep. So like that, very important. So if you keep if you keep well the precepts, if you keep well your precepts, and then Kasuri, unbelievable merit, then on the basis of that, every day, while you're sleeping, while you're eating, whatever, all the time collect merit increasing. Besides that, then you see, even you make prayer for other people. Even you make prayer for other people, your prayer is very powerful because living the pure vow. So very powerful for other people praying. And prayer, pujas, all that, very powerful for other people. So you see, your prayer is very powerful about quick success for the benefactors, for other people. You become like Zambala. The Zambala practices for wealth, yes, material wealth, but also the mental wealth in the mind, the realizations. So you're living the pure vow, you become like Zambala to the sentient, to the benefit, to other sentient beings. Oh, you see, it is so effective, so beneficial for sentient beings. So even they make offering, they collect so much merit, unbelievable merit. Even they make offering to Sangha, so they collect so much unbelievable merit, like that. Like that. And then you see, no worry about that. No worry about your death. When the death happens, it doesn't become big worry. Death is something very small. It's like changing dress. Old dress, you take it out, you put the new dress, like that. Death becomes like that for you. Something to not. It is not something to be worried. So it's like changing dress for you, like that. So, those benefits goes bad way. So life becomes so easy and happy like this. More inside, most happy. No regret. Or that otherwise full of regret. Full of regret, full of sadness, and especially at that time, so much worry. End up there. So anyway, so I mentioned, this is for the sanghas, but when lay people to understand is also good. Those who are thinking to become nun or monk, they understand this, and it's very good. Also, I think, then you're more sure. You're more sure. Not just like play, children play, not like that. Become monk, nun is like children play, children acting, play, not like that. So anyway, just short. That unbelievable benefits in the sutra, when the senior monk recited the Buddha's teaching sutra during the Sojong, that was all the benefits of the keeping morality, all the benefits. Then it is said that even break the vow, it won't break the vow, then you get 100,000 eons. 100 times 100,000 eons. You get born in the lower realm. Then rhythm tradition. Number 2 rhythm tradition. Human, you never get a human. You never get a human rebirth, and then get reborn just the lower realm for so long. 100 times of the, I think 100,000 eons, something like that. So, number 2, also get reborn in lower realms. So, like mentioned in Sutra. So, it is said that, the death of this life is death is just death is just this life, separating the mind from this body. That's all. That's all what it is. Nothing. But breaking the vow is then you get reborn the lower realm for 100 times or 100,000 eons, and so like that. Even one is to die, but death is just separating the conscience from this body, nothing else. So that. However, then you see, unbelievable marriage. As I keeping the vow, then even leave the vow, unbelievable marriage, unbelievable. 100,000 millions of billions, karma is expandable. So then you see, with Buddhism, you achieve enlightenment. So like that, you see. So on the Kuga to achieve enlightenment. If you are living in the highest vow, more number of persons, Prasangika, then you see, like example, it mentioned Lama Tsongkhapa teaching Lamrim, I think, the Gelongs are the those who are living in the high number vow, Prasangika, then you achieve enlightenment Kuka. Because so much merit required, and then you see realization, then achieve enlightenment Kuka, as mentioned. So like that, the benefits are like that. Really. But then you see, unbelievable marriage, you see like that, you will keep living the vow. But then even degenerate, then I can have so much problem. Okay, I read now. So like this, a bhikshu monks who degenerate, monks and nuns, in the text only, monks, but anyway, monks and nuns who degenerate morality, let's see. Who degenerate morality, like bhikshu, see here text says. If that bhikshu one day if you enjoy the food people offered with devotion, its karma is so heavy. Digba, negative karma is so heavy. If somebody offered food with devotion, negative karma is so heavy. If the bhikshu who degenerate morality, if you, just one day you live in you eat food offered by people with devotion, the good karma is so heavy. It is said it is more heavy, heavy negative karma. Then layperson one day, for 100 years, every day you collect 10 non-virtue. One layperson, 100 years, every day you collect 10 non-virtue. So, degenerate monk who doesn't vow, eating food offered by people with devotion, or the negative karma is much heavier than layperson, one layperson for 100 years, but every day committing 10 non-virtue. All like that. So it's all like that. You have to understand. Also, so of course, when you eat the food, therefore, coming to Sojong by purifying Tungwa, downfall, origin, and daily 35 Buddha procession was Lama Tsongkhapa did 700,000 procession with that Buddha. Then rainfalls realizations happened. However, those who did retreat, the self-initiation was very powerful purification. Brought Padmas about Bodhisattva about all three. Then enjoy the food. Eat the food with the. If you receive tantric initiation, highest tantric, then you eat with it. You eat the food with the tantric yoga, eating yoga. You have to do with the eating yoga. So this will have to collect so much merit and to not become a heavy karma. So that's help. All like that. And also, so those who want to become manga nun, then have to think well. That. Not just like children play. Then also it is mentioned that layperson engaging in 10 non-virtue, 10 non-virtue, see, whatever happens, engage in 10 non-virtue. But Raptung, who renounced the household life, then subtle vice, subtle vice is much more heavy. So happy, and not happy, so heavy. So heavy, then subtle vices, so heavy, then the layperson engaging in all the 10 non-virtue. Like that, so heavy. So like that, then person is taking bodhisattva vow, then tangdri vow, then more heavy. So like that, it's mentioned like this advice. So and also a person who is living the vow broke any of the vow, then careless, not purifying, just live careless, then one lay person killed 100 human being and 100 horse. This is same. One person living in the vow degenerated some vow and being careless, not purifying, careless. Then lay person killed 100 human being, 100 horse. Same. Those two are same. Then, so then therefore you see, those who have taken Thai Tantra, so then the three vows, the cessation yoga talks about the long cessation yoga, the longer one, or then talks about the vows, counts the number of the vows, so the three vows, the Bhakti-mata, Bodhisattva, Tantra vow. So doing that, examining, going over that, and then practicing that cessation yoga, and then immediately you don't get reborn Lord. And then without taking much time, you are able to achieve enlightenment. So like that, it helps. So anyway, like when you are in the monastery, for example, I don't know, one way of thinking, when you are in monastery, you don't care so much, you see the vows and things, and then the kasure. Then when you left the monastery, so thinking you leave the monastery is the more happiness. You think the more happiness if you leave the monastery. Monastery is like so many disciplines, so many things you have to follow, but it's all for the mind, to take care of the mind. From negative karma, you see, to keep the vows, nothing is opposite the vows, the rules, you see. You leave the monastery, the rules for achieve enlightenment for sentient beings. But then you live like you're in prison, you think, don't understand much the benefit of vows, you don't think. And then you leave the monastery, like go to New York or go to some happiness, bliss, not bliss, but liberation, like nirvana, you see. Then afterwards, then you go there, then you experience the difficulties, all that. Then you miss monastery. Then you're back. I should have done better. But live in the monastery better, care the vows and all that, but it's finished. So, then all the children and or nuns, the husband or the monks, the wife, and then all they're all finished. And so, anyway, so like that. But also the monastery didn't take care of the vows, and then because that then left the monastery, and that's also not the case. I mean, like that. Anyway, so those who are, you see, have to really understand, have to really learn the vows, and you see, like that. So it's very, very important. Yeah. Okay. That. And then the the object of attachment, then this was good to think is all sentient beings has been my husband, all sentient beings have been my wife, all sentient beings my children, my father, mother. You see, your connection, your contact this time is not the very first. No, not true. Numberless times we had, they did everything to you. Yeah? So you become husband, you become wife, to everything, to every ends. You know, they have been all father, mother, brother, sister, wife, children, everything. So that we here, from beginning of rebirth, even my father, even my mother, even my wife, even my husband, even my children, my brother, sister, enemy, friend. Numberless time, nothing new. Any problem, nothing new. Any happiness, nothing new. Numberless times. So I've been sent to yours, same, nothing new. Oh, this might be helpful. And then also in the future, and also if I don't realize ultimate wisdom, directly perceiving emptiness, and then, then I will have to, I didn't actually part, then I have to suffer and be born in samsara, endless, and suffer. And this is one time I have received human rebirth, an opportunity to, I met Dharma, opportunity to practice. This one time I have received human body, so I have opportunity. Oh, most precious, every day, every hour, minute, second. So the most precious for me. With this human life, I'm a Dharma, virtual friend, most important. So to not waste, to not be distracted, no waste. So to practice Dharma. So there's a. So then you see again, if you're not, then endless suffering samsara. What I explain the text, suffer endless. So to have that understanding will help to control attachment. And then also, the other thing is very important to think inside the body. Very important, as Bodhisattva explained, detailed, to think inside the body. We only think outside. Only think outside. So that makes to be attached. That's something real from there. So we appearance that we believe is true, then attachment, then or the negative karma starts, and then you see all that. So you see, think inside the skeleton, inside the pieces of flesh, and tied with the veins and the skin outside. So to think that well, to think that inside same, inside this one, somebody is very ugly, this is most beautiful, or ugly, inside exactly same. No differences. No differences inside. So after you take off the skin, exactly same. But you see, if the skin, Rinpoche says, you take off the skin, put the flesh like this, then there's no object attached. So you put the skin here and flesh. However, even the skin, if you put a magnifying glass, if you put a magnifying glass over the body, if you put a magnifying glass, when your eyesight is not clear, it's okay. But I put the magnifying glass, then all the skins here, all the like mountain, the pimples, all the like mountain, kind of hill, like hill, all this, what the hair grows. So you see the kind of ugliness, sort of, don't get attached to the magnifying glass. So like that, you see. So anyway, the skin is what you it's only the skin. Whom you attach to is only the skin. You see. So the skin, how you see the skin is how you see the skin. How you see the skin is what is projected by your mind, which came from your mind. How you is a projection of the possible your ignorance. Truly exists and handsome. So something beautiful. So your ignorance projected, decorated this on the mirror labeled, you see, the event real, project, decorate, real, by ignorance. Then you believe, you see? That's ignorance. Now on top of that ignorance, then attachment. Then attachment rises on that. You see? By thinking beautiful, true, real beautiful, true and beautiful, then attachment rises. So it's totally projection of your attachment, your ignorance and your attachment. You see, it comes from your ignorance, it comes from your attachment. It's your mental fabrication. It's a fabrication of your mind, ignorance. So if you analyze, it's like this. So there's nothing there. There's nothing there from there. It's all created by your mind. So therefore, that's not to be attached to that. You see, it's created by your mind. You see, also that skin like that. I mean especially very important insight to mindfulness insight. Then attachment. It helps for the attachment to not rise. Then think, you see, think that and think, then you see, this makes, the following attachment and this is a following attachment to this sex and all these things causes to be in the samsara. You see, endlessly. Causes to be in the prison of samsara endlessly, in particular law realm endlessly. Suffer, not just being suffer, endlessly. This will. All that, remember that. Then other thing is, yeah. Then other thing is, this makes me, I choose this few minutes pleasure. I choose this very short while, few minutes pleasure, and I give up nirvana. I give up ultimate happiness, liberation from samsara, forever. Forever, I give up this. I'm giving up this incredible thing for myself, liberation from samsara, forever. I give up this, choose this few minutes pleasure. Think that. So, how making myself so foolish, so stupid, so foolish. Think that. Then, after that, you think, you see, it interferes. This few minutes pleasure, the samsara pleasure, nature of suffering change. I give up enlightenment. The Buddha, who has infinite qualities, holy body, holy spirit, holy mind. All the Bodhisattvas qualities. To achieve this, I give up forever. I give up this. I choose this few minutes pleasure. And even there is suffering, samsara suffering change. Like that. Then think, then you see liberating, after becoming Buddha, liberating numberless sentient beings from samsara, from oceans of samsara suffering, liberating, you see, numberless sentient beings from oceans. You see, I give up this. You see, what means I give up all that. Everyone, after achieving that, everyone, liberate everyone, numberless beings in each realm, free from oceans of samsara suffering, achieve ultimate happiness. I give up. I choose this few minutes pleasure. How stupid I am. Then you see, then bring everyone to peerless happiness, total cessation, obscuration, completion, realization. Everyone to bring there. So I give up this. I choose this very short time, samsara pleasure. This sexual whatever. You see? How stupid I am. Stupid. So that's the most crazy. Stupid, most crazy. Stupid, most crazy. Think that. To remind you, mistake what you're doing. To think it's very good. So then you put effort. Then you see, it will help to not engage in that. And those other worthwhile things, happiness, other happiness, all those worthwhile things. You achieve enlightenment, and then, freeing numberless in them from oceans, bring to enlightenment. Then you put much effort in that. So most worthwhile. And then also, you see our nuns, monks, they are the real warrior. What I think is they are real warrior. They are real warrior. Power, real warrior. Champion, real warrior. This is it. A war in the world. guns, bombs, and killing the people, that's not warrior. That's not warrior. That's the warrior according to the hallucinated, ignorant people view that warrior. But you see, in the view of Buddha, Bodhisattva, holy beings, holy beings, in view of holy beings, real warrior is of course, east, west, generally the east or west or Himalaya mountain or Italy or Pisa or, there can be obstacles for both sides. Himalaya, if you live Himalaya mountain caves or you're living in Pisa or the New York, both ways can be disrupted. Even there, even here. But more in the West. So, I'm forgetting. Yeah, I'm talking, but I forgot. What is it? Oh, champion. Champion, warrior. Oh, the real warrior. Warrior on the delusion. Delusion. That caused you suffer from beginningless rebirth up to now. Warrior on that. You understand? Warrior on that. That caused you, that control you from beginningless rebirth. Not only this morning, from birth, no. From beginningless rebirth, now control you, suffer you samsara. Now you champion to defeat that. You understand? You have to understand this. This the big monk nuns, real warrior. Like that. You see, not those killing. I've killed this man. Nothing. That's a endless suffering samsara. Then you kill others, then you get killed. By killing one time, you get killed 500 times. You get killed. Then Baba, so much suffer, endless samsara. That's the warrior account the ignorant people and people, hallucinated people, uneducated people. So the reality, you have to see the reality. We have to see the reality. We're aware. Reality, like that, lives are like that. So, you see, being monk nuns, you have to understand. Nice, no? You have to understand, being a champion to delusion. You have to understand, you have to recognize you are champion to your delusion. Who made you suffer from beginner's rebirth? Okay? That you have that mind, you have that courage. Always you have courage. I'm champion. I'm the warrior of delusion. Then delusion. Then changing thoughts. Okay? So I think so now, okay. So quickly, like this. All right, so, okay. So, cherishing is a juncture churching, is turned into cast, to renounce out. Dung means far away to throw. Juncture churching is self-chasing thought. To throw far away immediately. That's good. Then cherishing others, Zhang the limit churching is Kadama Geshe's expression. Zhang the limit to take it as cherishing others, you take it as quick as possible. This is a phenomenon. Take that further. 정들이 추정 all conducted charity I then open the door for suffering. Okay? Charity others, even one person, even one insect, even one person, or they open the door for all the happiness. You understand? Oh, like that. To achieving the truth, to open the door for all the happiness, cherishing even one. Remember that? Remember? I don't remember mention maybe the earlier the Gizu Tembuwa, you know, by cherishing Kasore. The lady asked her, fill the lady, fill the way. She has a what is this? What? Leprosy disease, full of pus and blood come out. So scared, I mean, so filthy. Like that. And she asked Gizu, please take me out beyond the other side of the river. Asked before his guru, Nagucha Baba. Nagucha usually flies in the sky with the 500 dragonists with the music, downward bell. Then he came there to do the last practice of Tantra. Cheba, a place called Oldie. So lady asked him, he didn't bother him once, but he's a disciple of Getsumbo, okay? Then she asked Getsumbo, and then Getsumbo got unbelievable compassion. He completely gave up himself. He never thought to get disease, contagious disease, or never thought. And then a monk, this lady, is usually contact, but they never thought that. He immediately took her on backside and carried it. So then it purified so much negative karma, unbelievable negative karma, obscuration. Then when he reached the middle of the river, then you see, he saw Dojapamo, deity, Dojapamo. He saw not the bag, not that filthy, dirty, the lady, not that Dojapamo. Then Dojapamo, then Dojapamo to him, without death, without need to die, with the same body, took in the pure land, Vajrayuga in the pure land. This is Tavakaju. The Messiah, he began enlightened there. Definitely 100% began enlightened. So probably he began enlightened maybe before his Guru Navajova, or like that. It's possible. So do you see, that's just one being, not sentence bang, just one being. Cherish. You know, he totally gave up. Unbelievable compassion. So purified, sacrificed himself to one being, purified heavy negative karma, obscuration. Oh, finish. Just carrying her, just half a river. Doesn't cross whole river. Oh, she's Dojapamo after. It was Dojapamo at the beginning, but because of obscuration, you see, negative karma, do that, can't see Dojapamo. So, very filthy, dirty, all like that. Then because incredible compassion. Oh, this is what happened. So I'm saying, even just one being, by cherishing one being, they open the door for all the happiness. You understand? Enlightenment, everything. Then you have to enlighten number, listen to me. Okay? Okay, so now today they're taking long life initiation. That is considered. Then to benefit of sentient beings, to benefit for sentient beings. Yeah. And then the best way to benefit, to free them from oceans or something, bring to enlightenment is by Buddha Dharma. That's only by Buddha Dharma. So then you are learning with Buddha Dharma, practice Buddha Dharma, for others. Okay, that's it. So to achieve enlightenment, to enlighten, to be free from samsara, to enlighten numberless sentient beings. Okay, that that benefit, to live the life for sentient beings, benefit others, take long life. Okay, so that's yeah.